Hey everybody, Roman versus with the Squashfest podcast and my co-host.
I'm extremely hungover in Daboiharm.
Expected.
It's been 2 days of non-stop drinking and hanging out with people I haven't seen in a bit. Smackdown.
Amazing.
I wish I were drunk watching this.
Oh, here we go.
It was not an amazing show. It had its moments where it was intriguing, and then it had its other moments where I was just like, why am I doing this?
I think the show was fine. I don't think it was amazing. I think it was solid. Solid show.
It felt like, and I understood why, because they were in Ireland. They were doing it for that crowd.
Yep.
That's why Becky was on the show and everything else. It was a glorified house show that they just televised.
That's kind of how I felt. Yeah, I felt like it was a house show.
Yeah, that's we got Piper Niven versus Charlotte Flair. We'll get into that. Oh god. And then we let's just go. Let's just start. The show kicks off with Becky Lynch getting into the ring. And Becky is doing such great heel work right now. And I think her opening promo was fantastic. She's getting cheered by her home country of Ireland, and she immediately turns it on them and says, I was in the crowd for non-televised events watching John Cena and Sheamus in 2010 in Ireland with no cameras. And I have always said, we're going to get a televised event here. But guess what? None of you deserve it. Mm-hmm. She literally said, none of you deserve it. None of your ugly faces deserve it. None of she's just running down her home country and got her heat. She got so much heat from her home country that they started chanting, we want Lyra.
Yeah. Which is terrible.
Again, well, another Irish-born woman. So, but she did her job.
Yeah.
She made her home country hate her. So she gets interrupted by Tiffany Stratton. And Tiffany. They have nothing for her.
She needs to be a heel. She needs to be
She does. She does.
Not a good baby face.
Not even a little bit.
She has, after all these months, she has still not gotten better on the mic being a baby face.
No. I think there's an uncomfortability for her being a baby face.
Yes.
She doesn't know what to say. She has what time is it in the crowd? It's Tiffy time. So I don't even remember what she says to Becky. She gets in the ring. She starts talking to Becky, and they have their little history in NXT when they were feuding over the NXT Women's Championship. Becky beat her for it. And she gets interrupted by Nia. And eventually Nia and Becky start beating down Tiffany. Jade hits the ring. Jade makes the save. And immediately, you know where this is going. Nick Aldis comes out. He gets a really big pop from the crowd because he's from the UK. He gets a really big pop from the crowd. And we get Nia and Becky versus Jade and Tiffany in the main event of this show.
Mm-hmm.
That match, maybe it's because I watched it after the fact on SmackDown, but on the Netflix feed, that match was 5 minutes long.
No, it was super short. on all feeds.
Okay.
Yeah, it went like I think it went
maybe 8 minutes.
No, 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah, like
with
about
the commercial
7.
break.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because without the commercial break, it was 5 minutes.
Which is fine. Wow. Which is fine because it wasn't a great match.
I will say, best Jade Cargill's looked in a WWE ring. On SmackDown, she was. That's the compliment I'm giving her. When she was in the ring with Becky, and Becky let her get her offense in, that's the best Jade Cargill has looked in a WWE ring. She looked like she's getting better, and it looked like she can eventually be a star.
Okay.
But that was a good outing for Jade Cargill.
Okay.
What? I'm giving her praise now, and
Underhanded praise.
It's not underhand. It's if I'm saying she's the best she's ever looked, because it is the best she's ever looked, in my opinion, and everything else has been trash, it doesn't matter. Like, she still looked good.
Okay.
All right. So we get our first match of the night, and we get a backstage segment beforehand with Carmelo Hayes and The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what they said. But we have the match, and it's Melo and Miz versus Motor City Machine Guns. Side note before we begin, this is
That segment was basically the Motor City trying to defend Mello and say, like,
Mello.
that Miz
It's
is
the same
doing
thing.
all the talking and blah, 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 but he doesn't
Isn't
really
the same
need
thing
him
this-
and blah, blah, blah. And then Miz shows up, and then Carmelo defends him to his face. And he's like,
Yes, that's what it is. Mello says Miz is a 10-time tag team champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Which is weird because Mello defended Miz in the backstage segments of the Motor City Machine Guns, but as soon as the match starts, they're contentious again. They're fighting again.
Yeah.
Like they're arguing.
Yeah. And then throughout the match, the entire thing was tag.
Yeah, they're tagging themselves in.
Yeah.
Like it's not a normal tag.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is I understand the Motor City Machine Guns don't have this WWE pedigree, but I've always said they're one of the greatest tag teams in the world when they were in TNA and everywhere else.
Mm.
On week 3 of them in the company, they gave these guys the tag team championships. The fall off already for the Motor City Machine Guns in WWE is crazy because they just got there. Okay, so
they're definitely pushing other tag teams ahead of them already.
Yeah. And they're great workers. They're like I said, the in-ring ability as a tag team, they do really innovative.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
I see. It's might be the thing. Okay. Hopefully it fixes. But yeah, so the story of this match is Mello and Miz. Can they get along? Miz tries to start the match. Mello tags himself in. It's a solid enough match, your standard tag match. And then towards the end, Mello for the second week in a row. Last week he hit he was going for the nothing but net, and Miz came in and hit the hit the skull crushing finale. This week, Mello hits his gut buster. I forgot what they called it, but he hits his gut buster on Chris Sabin. And Miz tagged himself in. And I swear to God, Chris Sabin must have played dead for 15, 20 seconds because the amount of time from the time he got hit with the move to the time Miz got into the ring and pinned him, he should have kicked out. That was like 20 seconds. It was like Booker T, Triple H at WrestleMania. Like, have you ever seen it? It's crazy. So Miz gets the pinfall after Mello does the damage, which is the story of the match. Story of the match, and then Miz, after the match, tries to give Mello a dap. He gives him a dap reluctantly, and they now are in contention for next week. I think it's a number 1 contenders match for the tag team championships. I think it's going to be Mello and Miz versus the MFTs. I think the MFTs won their match later in the night, right?
Who was it against?
The MFTs. Street Profits won.
Yeah,
Street Profits won.
Street Profits.
Street Profits won. So it's next week. It's going to be Mello and Miz versus the Street Profits, and the winner faces the Wyatts at one of the pay-per-views. That's probably where you saw the Wyatts, was probably during that match. I was just paying attention to the match.
No, it was all backstage.
Oh, okay.
I only saw 3 of them. It was the tag team, Joe Gacy, and I forgot the other one's name all the time.
Dexter Loomis,
and then I saw Nikki Cross.
Dexter, just think serial killer. Dexter TV show. Dexter Loomis.
Oh yeah, Dexter. Okay.
Okay, whatever that was. All right, so then we get Charlotte Flair versus Piper Niven. So I understand that Alexa was not in the arena for this. She was not medically cleared. I don't know why. Hopefully she's fine. But this was Charlotte Flair versus Piper Niven. And Charlotte dominates this match. Charlotte, you could just fast forward to the end. Charlotte hits a figure eight. Chelsea gouges her eyes. Piper hits the big splash in the corner. Piper beats Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why Piper won this match.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand you need to make Secret Harvest look like legitimate contenders. To this is Charlotte effing Flair. She's a 14-time women's champion.
It's just funny because I think it was a week ago you said in no world, in no universe do they win the tag titles. And what did I say? And what did I say? Do you remember?
No.
Chelsea Green, numbers game. And that's exactly what happened in this match.
Zero chance. They gave Piper the win here because they're not going to win the tag titles.
No, of course. I 100% agree with you, but I'm just saying there's a chance.
There's 0.0. I think I said this last week. Negative 0.01. She lost a match to the artist formerly known as Doudrop. Like, no. This is Charlotte effing Flair. She should have overcame all three of them, and then the three of them beat her down because she had no help.
Nah.
That's cool. The way I would have booked it. No, Charlotte should have won this match. This was whatever. Piper Niven beats Charlotte Flair. Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn have a backstage where just Solo Sikoa comes up and they just confrontational, but nothing actually happens.
They were talking about the baby name.
Yeah, they're talking about the baby name. And then Solo goes to Jimmy and says, "Don't worry, I'm always gonna have love for my nephew, and he's always gonna have uncles." Talking about his family tree. Yeah.
Well, the main point of this too was just the part with Sammy where he was like, "You're not getting what is it? French toast. I'm forgetting.
He wants his United States Championship.
No, yeah, but he was like, "You're not getting Why am I messing up right now? Underdog. You're not getting underdog Sami Zayn. You're getting
main eventer Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I remember he did say that. And then he looked at Jimmy and said he knows because it was against them.
Yeah.
So which leads us later in the night to that overbooked tag match where everybody just to get the MFTs away, you had Jimmy come out with a chair, you had Sammy come out and chase off Solo, just so the Street Profits can get that win. So we'll get into that later. Cena Logan Paul.
I thought it was a good segment.
This was interesting. So this was a fine segment. My problem with it is, and I was thinking about it earlier, I don't know what Rock and I wanted to call him ASAP Rocky. That's not the one. That's Travis Scott. Yes. They look exactly the same.
They do not.
They look 100% the same. You could put a picture of them next to each other, and I would not know which one is which.
I'm sure that's true. I'm sure that's true. They do not look alike at all.
There was a trio of them that came out all at the same time, and the only reason I know the difference between the third one is because he cut his hair, and it's Joey Badass. It was Joey Badass, ASAP Rocky, and Travis Scott. They all came out around the same time. They all had the same look, and they all made the same crappy hip hop music. So I could not tell who was who for the life of me.
Okay.
So.
So you don't know what's up with Travis and Rock?
No, so whatever Rock and Travis Scott did. But WWE wants us to forget this entire 5-month John Cena heel run. That's what I took from this promo. Because he comes out and he's doing the John Cena Ireland, last time in Ireland, great crowds, all this stuff. And Logan Paul comes out. Mm-hmm. And Logan's doing what Logan does. He's great on the mic. He gets under people's skin. He's good. But there was not one mention that these two guys 3 months ago had a tag match on a PLE against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso.
But why do they need to mention it?
Because what I would have done if I were John Cena or if I were Logan Paul, or I would have just brought it up and verbalized it because, or even if you're Logan Paul, you want to be like, John, we know who you are. You're playing this up right now and you're being fake again. The guy I tagged with is the real John Cena. And because now you need to go your last couple months in the company, now you need to sell merch. Now you need to now you want to line your pockets. Now you want to, because your superhero show just came out, you need to now be a babyface because you can't have heel John Cena there while he's being peacemaker on TV. So there could have been things Logan said to him.
Yeah.
Their segment was fine. John Cena ran him down. John Cena made him look like a punk. He really did.
That's what he does.
I love the line when he tosses over the Prime bottles and he said, "You don't love WWE. You're only here so you can get another Pokemon card." Like I was just like, wow. But this was fine. I mean, Logan Paul would not have been one of the guys I wanted John Cena to face in his run because I don't think Logan Paul. How do I say this? Logan Paul actually loses more matches than he wins at WWE. If you actually look at his record, he doesn't win a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think a match against John Cena, like if I were having him face somebody on that caliber, I would want Logan Paul to win.
Yeah.
He's not beating John Cena.
No, he's not.
John Cena may not win, may not lose a match to his final match against whoever that is.
Which is stupid. I would rather him put somebody over just before and have him leave on a win.
Yeah, but it's the old wrestling term, and John will probably do it. It's like you don't leave a territory.
No, of course.
You look up at the lights, So, but yeah, this is fine. So Logan goes to attack Cena. He pushes him a couple times. Cena doesn't do anything. He goes to attack Cena. Cena hits him with an AA, and he stands over him. My problem with that is, again, as we talked about this all the time, Clash in Paris is next week.
Yes.
Are we going to get another segment? I mean, we got Logan hitting him later, but Cena stood tall in this segment.
Yeah, but he got knocked out.
But Logan got his receipt. Logan got his receipt at the end of the show. Yeah.
So by our standard, Cena should still win.
Should win. Yeah. Well, Cena he's going to win. But this was fine.
I just didn't like the fact that they just did the punch and that was it. Because the way Drew made it seem when they're having that backstage segment and Drew's talking about, oh, you need to get your lick back essentially and you need to do whatever it takes. Mm-hmm. He made it seem like it needed to be visceral. And it was just one punch.
Well, that's the titanium WWE, the titanium hand and titanium fist in his hand.
I just thought I thought it should have been worse.
Logan Paul did tell him we're not going to have, what was it, a non-disclosure agreement or when he was talking about the Nikki Bella thing?
Yeah.
The cohabitation agreement.
There you go.
The cohabitation agreement, which was a great line. I was just like, what the heck? All right, so Street Profits and MFTs. What I took from this match is, and I know they don't want to do it because I think Montez has said it, they need to split these guys up.
Yeah.
And not because they're not a great team, but that's because I think this could be a way where splitting a tag team is actually best for both of them.
Yeah.
Because Montez is super over, he's super athletic, he's super charismatic, he has everything. But Angelo Dawkins, when he got that tag, for a guy his size to move the way he moves.
Here's my only fear. Here's my only fear. Montez Ford goes to the mid card, and he's just there. He ends up just floating around like everybody else, and he's just putting over everybody. And then Dawkins ends up teaming with Jimmy Uso.
It's a random.
It's not. Because if you notice, they don't know what to do with Jimmy, and all Jimmy does is run in and try to even the odds, and he teams with random people every week.
But he's teaming with random people to fight his brother and cousins.
Okay,
But it's
and
not
what
like
do you think is going to happen later? They're going to have nothing for 4, and then they're going to be like, he needs help, and he can Dawkins, and he can interject in here.
No, that's not a thing.
That is a thing.
They're not.
That is a thing.
No,
Watch.
my fear would be that they split them up, and then they have nothing for Dawkins, and then they release him, and then he's in TNA with Top Dollar, and he's in TNA with Top Dollar in his group.
Terrible.
That would be my fear. But this is a fun match. They're finally utilizing Jeff Cobb somewhat well.
Yeah,
because Jeff Cobb was moving well in this match. Yeah, the crowd was chanting, "You can't wrestle at Jeff Cobb at JC Mateo," which makes no sense. So towards the end, Solo and Tonga get involved. Solo gets on the ring apron. Tala, I think he pushes Montez off the top rope. And then Jimmy Uso, to your point, just randomly comes up with a steel chair and blasts Tala Tonga in the back twice. Goes for a third time. Tala kicks the chair away. And then those two go fighting through the crowd. Then Sami Zayn just comes 20 seconds after Jimmy Uso from the same corner Jimmy Uso came out of and pulls Solo off the ring apron. They go fighting through the crowd, leaving the rest of the MFTs to deal with the Street Profits. And the Profits hit their double team maneuver. I forgot what it is. That spinebuster neck breaker combo, and then they hit the frog splash for the win. Montez pins, I believe it was Tongaloa.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Street Profits next week against what I say before. I said the other team.
The Miz and
Melo, yeah. And the winners of this match go on to face the Wyatts. Tag divisions. This match, again, we talk about SmackDown all the time. Tag matches. We had 2 last night, or 2 nights ago. Why we need so many?
We don't. We don't. There's way too many on SmackDown. Way too many.
All right. So then we get
so many that they make some up.
I mean, we're going to get to that, Becky and Nia, in a second. But then we get a non-match, just a brawl. It was supposed to be Aleister Black versus...
I'm sorry, but I love
R-Truth. It's supposed to be Aleister Black versus R-Truth. And they're in Dublin, Ireland. So after Aleister Black makes his entrance, R-Truth comes on the Titantron on his phone, because the way they shot it, he was on a FaceTime. Let's just talk about how R-Truth automatically has the feed into WWE from his iPhone to put it on the Titantron. he's gonna wait till he had to have called Triple H and I'm in the wrong city, but as soon as Aleister gets there, FaceTime me, or I'm gonna send. Maybe he just sent them a video.
That could have been.
Maybe
That's
he said maybe he sent them a video and is play this when Aleister gets in the ring. But he's like, Aleister, I wanted to be there tonight, but I accidentally took a flight to Dublin, Georgia. Who knew there was a Dublin, Georgia? I've never heard of that. So he said, I actually took a flight to Dublin, Georgia. But don't worry, I made a phone call, and one of my friends is there, and he wants to talk to you. And Damian Priest's music hit. And Damian Priest hits the ring. And Damian Priest and Aleister Black have a brawl. And they try to separate them for a while. And they can't do it. And we're getting Damian Priest versus Aleister Black again pretty soon. Yeah.
But they spread it with weeks apart.
Yeah. Then he gets kicked in the face, he leaves for 2 weeks. He gets kicked in the face again, he leaves for 3 weeks. It's just an ongoing thing between them now. That's fine. The brawl was fine. 2 guys who need to be doing more, so we have nothing for them. So just fight. Both of them. Just fight each.
Both of
They
them
need to be doing
exactly.
more.
Both of them need to be doing more. There's nothing for either of them right now. Have them
Fight
fight
each
each
other.
other.
This is SmackDown's version of Rusev versus Sheamus.
Yes.
That's exactly what this is. Except it's not every single week.
I was gonna say it's not every single week, but it's also I don't know if both men in that in that feud deserve to be doing more either. I'm over both of them, to be honest. And it's sad because Rusev just got here.
Just got back. Rusev just got back, and they've already killed whatever momentum he had. All right, so then we get our main event match: Nia Jax, Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. And fun enough match. You know, as soon as the time clock hit, like this is going to be really, really quick. Jade Cargill starts the match. She throws Nia out of the ring. Immediately gets onto the top rope, goes for a swanton bomb. They fail to catch her. She slams hard on the floor. She gets up. She gets into the ring. Eventually, she tags in Jade. Nia tags in Becky, and this is where the match picked up. Jade looked really good here. Best she's looked in WWE. Becky really sold for her really well. Even that, she had like a gut buster spinning sit out power bomb that was really impressive. But towards the end, Jade pinned Nia. No, Jade pinned Becky.
No, Becky left midway through the
match. Becky left. Okay, yeah.
Because she had said earlier in the backstage segment, she had told Nia, she was like, "We need to get a win. I need to get a win. We need to show these people. We need to be on the same page." Blah blah blah. And so when she saw that they were about to lose and they were headed in that direction, that's when she left Nia.
I was watching on my phone at work today. I must have missed that. I remember Jade and Tiffany Stratton in the ring celebrating.
Yeah.
So yes, they win. They go off. The SmackDown little lower third hits, and then you see Cena coming out of his locker room, and he gets interrupted by Nick Aldis. And Nick Aldis is like, "I just got off the phone with Brock Lesnar," and he said, and before Nick Aldis could relay the message to John Cena about Brock Lesnar, Logan Paul moves Nick Aldis out the way and punches John Cena in the face, knocks him out, and then runs off. So that's how we go off the air, leaving the spoiler, not spoiler, but what was the message for John Cena?
Yeah.
And I honestly, it was just going to be Brock is planning on being at Clash of Castle. That's where I'm assuming he was going to tell him. It's like, I'm going to be there for Cena's match. But since he didn't actually get to tell him, it'll be a surprise. That's what I think the message was going to be.
Makes sense.
SmackDown was fine. Like I said, it felt like a glorified house show.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, that's it. We didn't get any other tag teams. I guess they just didn't fly everybody over for this weekend.
Yeah, pretty much. They were like, let's save some payroll.
They have one more week in England?
Yeah,
I'm assuming. So. I mean, not England, in the UK?
Yeah.
These early shows. Because it's next week.
I was going to say, did not affect you because you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it until Saturday and Sunday. I know. I'm aware.
But you're mentioning it like it really messed up stuff for you.
I really could have watched it as soon as I came home Friday, but I took a nap.
That's what I said. I was like, we could have banged all this out. It's whatever.
All right.
But yeah, that was SmackDown.
Yep, that is all. So, what are we looking forward to for tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw preview?
I don't know.
I don't even know what's happening. I don't know. Tell you right now. Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley, apparently.
Again?
Oh, God. That's what it says. From Tadum by Netflix. Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley. Penta versus Kofi.
Okay, because he has to go through each of them.
And that's the only preview that Netflix has for the show. It says, additionally, Roman, Becky, Miss Dominic, and Xavier Woods are listed to appear.
Who? Becky? Dom?
Becky, Roman, Dom, and Xavier Woods. That's what they have for the preview.
Okay.
Oh, Roman Reigns is apparently going to open the show tomorrow.
Here we go.
So he's going to talk about the tribal thief and the owner of the Shula Fala and how he's going to get his sneakers back on Sunday.
Sure. I don't even see that happening.
Guy.
That is my guy. I still don't see that happening. I can see him winning. I don't see him grabbing his shoes back. I feel like this guy's going to leave him in the back. Why bring him out?
Oh, how do you feel about we're not going to get Cody and Drew at Clash in Paris? They never announced it. Cody hasn't been back since he got hit with the Claymore. And there's speculation that they're holding that match to do a double main event for WrestlePalooza. Cena and Brock, and then Cody and Drew.
That's dumb. But what other match could main event then?
The Seth match, yeah.
I could see that happening. And plus, they keep on with we have no updates on Cody Rhodes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't take 2 weeks to tell you if a guy has a concussion or not. WWE, Jesus Christ! They got to spread these things out. They want it. They want all of the $30 a month from ESPN.
That's so dumb.
I can't.
They're not gonna get me.
We're wrestling podcasters. We cannot tell people what we do. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. I'm not really too excited for Clash in Paris, to be honest. There's not much going on that show.
Yeah, it's going to be Roman and Bronson, Reed. It's going to be the Fatal 4-Way match. It's going to be...
Braun Breaker doesn't have a match, right?
No.
So he's going to be in Bronson's corner.
Reed's corner.
Yep.
There's no tag title match for either show.
That's interesting.
Becky doesn't have a match unless they're really they're just gonna make it this week against Nikki Bella. They still haven't announced what they're doing. Maybe they'll announce the women's championship match this week.
Are they supposed to do that? Yeah, they're supposed to start making moves.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be Stephanie Vacur's match against Naomi. So they'll announce that probably this Monday, tomorrow. But yeah, that was SmackDown. And what's your final takeaway?
They need to do something with R-Truth, man. That's my takeaway, man. That guy is precious. And I want them to do something with Alistair and Damian, like end this, and then either one of them both of them can be in the main event scene.
Yep.
Both of them. Like, I don't understand it. I get it. There's a lot happening right now, but again, it was really good and captivating months ago when you had multiple feuds happening at the same time. And now you've just gone down that road where everybody has just the one beef again.
Yeah, Cody's holding that belt hostage again. Yeah. My takeaway?
Mm-hmm.
Put some respect on Charlotte Flair's name. I'm sorry.
She can lose matches, bro.
Not to Doudrop.
She did it. She's lost to Piper Niven.
Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
If you would have told me she lost
two different regimes with two different goals in mind.
If you would have told me she would have lost the match to Chelsea Green, I would have made more sense. But not to Piper Niven. If you want to play the numbers game, let her lose to the leader of the faction, not the underling.
That's true.
That's my point. Not like, look, next week, are we going to get Alba Fire beating Alexa Bliss next week? I don't want to see that.
I want to see it. Just so you could lose your mind.
Swear to God. Secret Harvest has a negative 7% chance of winning those titles.
You never know. They're making questionable booking decisions all the time now. You don't know. And after all, what is this show?
Smackdown Logic.
Boom.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us. That was SmackDown. What did you guys think? Please let us know in the comments below. As always, you can follow us on Spotify, TikTok, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.